Our fellow traders, what's happening? A really crazy day for me, but what's new? Every day for me is kind of crazy. But I had my day started out really crazy, and I say success is in your routine because your routine is a very important element. How you start your day, being consistent, having everything laid out so that you're not all over the place, and coming into the market with the same mindset every day is very, very important. Now, all of the most successful people, or what we call the one percenters, they all have a routine every day, and they stick to it. And their day just isn't is not right if their routine is broken. And for me as a trader, if my routine is broken, I come in, I'm always fighting from behind. And that's when we make bad decisions and, just completely come apart. And, today it was just one of those crazy days. I wake up, nothing's working. I finally get the internet up right around 8:30. Time to build my watch list. So everything that I do before then, I didn't do. So I'm not really ready. But I have to start because all of the members that are there, everybody's waiting for me to get it kicked off. And so I don't have a choice. I have to get going. And I never really got caught up. The bell rang, the opening bell rang, and it caught me totally by surprise. I was still trying to catch up doing stuff. Um, and my day really suffered from that. But we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second. But today, um, today was a range. We opened like we were going to sell off. The market sold a little bit, and then it ripped up through that 323 level and yesterday's close price. And we closed today strong. And we're close to taking out this level here. We and it seemed like this morning for a while the market was just waiting on something that maybe we thought they were waiting on the FANG stocks that was going to report earnings today. Everybody wanted to know what was going to happen when they reported, how strong the market was going to be, and they all reported strong earnings, all of them. So we ought to have a really, really good day. The Bulls did a really good job holding this market up. The only thing I wish is that the airlines would take off because I'm tired of being underwater in the airlines. And I think my man knew exactly what he was doing when he dumped all his positions in the airlines, because it's one of those things. It's like the cruise ships are doing okay. They haven't come unglued, and they're not doing a damn thing. The airlines are still flying, but just not getting what I was thinking that we would get out of it. So it's just a double-edged sword for me. But I don't mind if the market goes up or down. I can make money either way. I just needed to pick a direction and go. With it going sideways and not knowing what it's going to do from day to day, that makes it a little bit stressful. But tomorrow, fully expecting it to gap up and run through 330 and try to make an assault on this 52-week high up here, which is an all-time high. So that's my thought anyway. All right, so let's take a look at what I did today. Now, like I was saying, I didn't get to follow my routine today. I came in the market. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. And if I wasn't running a chat room, I probably wouldn't have traded in the morning. I would have just shut it, not done it and just kind of waited and out. But, I have to do it. And, yeah. And there's a reason for me trading live and you seeing everything I do, the mistakes, the goof ups, and all of that, because that's real life. That's what happens. I can make a video or I could tell you after the fact and script it and make myself look like the smartest person that ever lived. But that does not help you. It paints the wrong picture of what a day trading is really like. And nothing goes right. Nothing goes perfectly. Everything is different. Every trade is different. So you got to be ready for that. And, so coming in the morning, I was not ready. I'm going long. We're talking. And I'm saying, as soon as we break this opening range high here on this candle, we're going long. I accidentally shorted. I shorted when I'm trying to go long. And so I'm like, so I held on to it for a minute just in case it was going to come back. It didn't look like it was going to come back. So I covered it and went ahead and went long like I had wanted to do all along. And I did. And of course it pulls back and I stop out. Now, normally, okay, that's fine. I get stopped out. Normally, I'm there waiting, ready to jump on it when it comes back around. Because my focus typically is going to be on one stop, maybe two. I'm not going to jump around. If I miss the first hit, I'm going to get the second one. And I didn't. I left this. I went jumping on the next trade. And you could see what happened here. It would have been a beautiful trade. Beautiful, but no. I went chasing BA, who, we put in a low, we bounced, had all these crazy candles, and now, the market was rolling, looked like it was going to be a good trade. I got in, nice setup, but I should have put my order out to cover 2/3 like I was supposed to. It flashed down here real quick and didn't give me a chance to get out. And then it ripped up and I ended up getting stopped out where I could have had some profit here. Nobody's fault but my own. But it's all because I'm just out of sync. From the morning, I'm still fighting from behind. Still fighting from behind. So instead of, going back, looking at UPS, which I could have gone back to around this time, I wait. I don't. I go looking for OSTK. Once it broke the channel, I got it. But all these stocks were on my watch list though. But I got it on the channel break. Got my first target. It came back, stopped me out at break even. It set up again. Could have easily taken it again. And it went to 78, my target up there. But I was just jumping around. And this is what I try to tell everybody, don't do. Don't do this. Don't jump around. Stay engaged. Usually if you stay engaged with the right stock, you're going to make money on it. So just be patient, stay engaged. And had I done that on all three of these stocks, or maybe not so much BA, would have been fine. And QCOM, here's one here. I'm looking for the reversal. I shorted here against the pre-market high, looking for it to pull back at least to the 9. That would have been a really nice window back to the 9 moving average. It would have been over a point. But the 9 just kept screaming up. Even though we had this heavy sell-off, this thing kept screaming up. And so it turned around. I went ahead and took it off. And then it eventually came back down. I could have left this on. This never would have hit my stop. And, it would have worked out. But I waited and caught the bounce here. It's a classic trend continuation. I don't typically do these right now because the trend just hasn't been my friend, so to speak. But I gave this a run because, of course, I'm just out of sync. I'm trying to find some success here. So it works out. Hits my first target. We started pushing up. Didn't quite get to my second target. And I take it off. Doesn't even come close to break even. Didn't even come close to testing anything. But I take it off because I'm thinking I'm red because I had 2 losing trades. This trade didn't really turn out good. Whatever. And so I take it off. And look what this thing did. I mean, every trade today, I made an execution error in judgment. And it all goes back to me just not ever really getting settled and into my game. I'm surprised that I even ended the day green. I mean, it's almost a shock to me. So, of course, we get my buddy Roku. And, look how it was a smooth sell-off, late day. We closed below all of these levels. And so, in my mind, this was the beautiful, beautiful trade. I take it, and it flashes down, not quite to my target. Not quite. I was looking for 150.75. And it bounced, went all the way back, almost stopped me out. But then it came back, it worked its way back down. And right before the close, I was like, I just put in the whole order to go out instead of taking 2/3 off, and took it all off here. And then look what happened. Right down to 150. So I'm looking over the day, and I'm saying, look, had I traded the way I know how to trade, this could have been anywhere from an $800 to $1,200 day. Easy. If I had just done what I know how to do. But starting the morning off, not having my routine to have me settled and focused and ready to trade, I never did get out of the hole. Never did. Yeah, my trades looked better. They started to clean up. But it just didn't do. And I had in my mind, I said, I'm not trading these earnings. I'm not. I'm looking at them. I'm coming up with, my prediction as to where it's going to trade based on the data and everything. I'm trying to ease back into that. But I still don't have confidence in it. But I decided that I was going to go ahead and try it and take it. EA, I knew guidance was good. I knew it was going to be earnings. Well, I was pretty sure it was going to be earnings. I was pretty sure the guidance was going to be good. The problem is nobody was trading this damn thing. Nobody. And we get a flash crash and bounce, and I'm just sitting there shaking my head like this thing is gonna bounce. I know, but there's nobody trading it, and we need some volume. But when you're trading up against Facebook and Apple and Google and Amazon and all of that, you're probably not gonna get the volume you want. Now I did push up. I was looking for 142. It pushed up a little bit, and it just never got caught. on anything, so I ended up having to take it off and just kind of walk away from it. But through all in all, BA was a $250 hit. That fiasco on UPS this morning, $413. So I was down like $660, $670, early. And to fight back and get 261.65 out of the day, I call it a win, but it was not a good day. Not a good day at all. This week is just not a good week. And I'm sitting here, and the only person I can blame it on is me. And not really staying true. And that's what I have to do. You got to stay true to yourself. And I haven't been. I'm looking at the last several days, and I've been all over the place. Instead of just sticking to one stock and working it, which is my MO, I'm all over the place. I'm trading 6 and 7 stocks a day, different stocks, and that's just not what I do. So this weekend I'm gonna have to get refocused and come back and start doing the things that I normally do. The only good thing is the swing trading. And we went over this in class today, the whole theory behind this SQ. I'm trading this ahead of earnings. Going to do the same thing I did with PayPal, FedEx, UPS. I'll kind of do the same thing. Now UPS, of course, this morning I couldn't get back in it in the swing because I had all those issues, and by the time I got it up, it was too late. It had already been an hour and a half since earnings were announced, so couldn't really do anything with it. But UPS would have worked out beautifully too if I had been able to trade it. But SQ, we're looking at the same thing. We've got a good technical setup here, a nice triangle forming, and I'm just looking for this to break. And I want to see 140 before it announces earnings next week. So we'll see. But if you want to know what the setup is, what we're looking for, go to the class today. It's already posted. And they are in order. So this is the last class in the bunch. And it covers all of the trades and all of the strategies, and it talks about SQ, what I'm looking for, and the technical setup that kind of confirmed what we wanted and all of that stuff. So if you have any questions, make sure you watch that video, watch that class from today. And if you still have questions, just shoot me an email and we'll get it done. So that's it for me today. You guys have a great night, a great evening. We'll try to finish this day strong tomorrow. I think we're going to have a really good day with all of these tech stocks, FANG stocks, reporting solid earnings. Should hold the market up, but we'll see. So you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you in the morning.